So domestic abuse has a detrimental impact on all children, and all children will be impacted in some way through their lived experience of domestic abuse. I think it's really important when we consider the impact, we actually take it right back to the very beginning and we consider the impact on pregnancy and the unborn baby. So pregnancy can be a high risk. Often it could be the first time that domestic abuse is present for a woman, or it can heighten already established and existing domestic abuse. So this has a massive impact not just on mum's health, but also on the unborn baby. So women who experience domestic abuse in pregnancy have more chance of miscarriage, they have a lower birth weight, more likelihood of a premature baby. It also causes a huge amount of stress, again, massively impacting the development of the baby.
It can impact on a child when they're born, so they can have developmental delays. They can withdraw from the mother or attachment. They can be very jumpy in the womb as well. So if there's a lot of shouting, the baby can jump. So that it can impact as young as that.
So toddlers is another way that you may see a difference in a child's behaviour. Toddlers themselves can struggle to manage their emotions, and while temper tantrums are a normal stage for all toddlers, temper tantrums can be exasperated. They can really struggle to manage their emotions. They're more prone to temper tantrums, and they're less able to regulate and contain their own emotions the way other toddlers the same age may be.
Older children tend to worry about their younger siblings as well, and they take on that responsibility of caring for their younger siblings. So again, that can show changes at school, especially in high school, if they're worrying about what's happening to a younger sibling at home. Behaviour changes. They might fabricate illness because they want to go home to check that the child's okay.
As children develop, and certainly throughout their teenage years and adolescence, you might find that those children are, again, more aggressive, have difficulty forming friendships and maintaining friendships, struggle with relationships with their parents, and it could be that they're from a fear of the perpetrator, or it could be that they're concerned that their parents may divorce, that they're not sure how to manage their own relationships. You may find that older children are either bullies or being bullied themselves, and certainly for older children, there is that additional risk of misusing substances, alcohol, drugs, and getting linked into criminal activity. Certainly older children that we work also demonstrate a higher level of self-harm and suicidal ideation.
It can lead to various mental health illnesses and even substance and alcohol misuse and addiction in later life, which can be used to kind of cope and manage with the mental health issues that arise from having a very toxically stressful environment from a very young age. And one of the things, like I've mentioned, is toxic stress syndrome, and that occurs when a child has been exposed to very damaging and stressful situations for a prolonged period of time from a very young age, and they also don't have the support network to kind of deal with that stress in a healthy way, and that can then lead to the fight or flight response being in play for a lot longer, which is like increasing cortisol and like hormones for that, and then that can also impact mental health in terms of having anxiety or depression. And it can also affect how they see relationships and how they form relationships with other people. And it can also lead to poor stress management throughout their life. So they won't be able to, healthily deal with the normal stresses that a lot of people face as they're growing up.